while I'm on here, early in the video, just wanted to say thank you guys for all the support. My first two videos, I think, are both close to 200 views, which is just crazy, guys. It's I definitely didn't expect to get that many views on my first few videos. So I think the third video I put out right now has like 40 views, which I'm just going to be honest with you, wasn't quite as good as the first two. I didn't catch any fish in it, so that's not quite exciting. Not as exciting for you guys. I understand that. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you. I appreciate all the support and all the comments. We try and read all the comments, reply back to them if we need to. So if you want to leave a comment, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, if you take a look down in the description below the video, I have 2 promo codes in there for you guys to use right now. I haven't talked to Brett about getting one for the rods yet, or Drift King tackle. I've been meaning to, but he's super busy at work, and it's I don't like calling him in the evenings, you know, that's kind of family time. But we've got I believe it's a 10% discount code for Takedown Draggin weights. And then I believe right now there is a 15% code for battlecats.com, which is Battlecats rigs. So that's pretty neat. But yeah, whenever you guys get time, go check those out. Order some gear if you'd like to. And I'm going to try, like I said, I'm going to try and work on getting a discount code for Drift King. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. So you guys know I've had the green reels, the green Drift King reels, right? Well, I also picked up one of the black Drift King reels. Same reel, just a different design. And I tell you what, the black with the green, that right there is fire, guys. Nah, I'm just, but it is really cool. It is really cool. So, just wanted to show that off a little bit. But I'm going to sit down right here and get back to my crackers because I am starving. And hopefully we get another fish on here in a second. Alright, guys, let's get these rods out. So I'm kind of going to show you just a little quick setup of what we got going on over here. We got 9 rods out today, just because I wanted to have a place to put the net over here. But yeah, like I said earlier, we're up here in the river. Well, kind of, sort of. We're up here at the mouth of it. We're not quite in the river. A lot of people would call us the river, but I don't really consider it the river. So you guys are set up here. We're kind of over here on this right side bank, and we've got a little bit of a log jam down back in there. It's just the trees laid down, and there's some logs pushed up against it. We're in some pretty deep water, like 9 foot. So that's it's kind of about average on this lower end part of the river. The upper end gets really shallow, but there are some places that you can get up there and fish. It's pretty sketchy getting up there, so I don't know how far we'll go up today. The water is up. It makes it a little bit easier, but I really don't feel like beaching myself on a sandbar. So we'll see what happens with that. But real quick, like, look at these new rods, guys. These things are just beautiful. So these are the Drift King Rage rods. Sorry, I am going to show them off a little bit right here. So I had the opportunity to get new rods for the year from Brett. And sorry, they're covered in pollen. It's horrible up here right now, guys. But For the past 2 years, I've been running the Drift King Fusion rods, which are the orange rods that you guys saw in my previous videos. And honestly, like, I just wanted to change it up and go with the green, you know, a little something different. It's the exact same construction on the rod. If you remember on my old rods, I actually had a white tip on them. They've changed that and it's just color all the way up. Same exact rod, same construction. It's just different color, just a little small improvements on it to make it better. So hopefully we can break all these in today and get a few decent fish. Like I said, I don't have a crazy amount of bait, so I can't use anything really big. We'll see how today goes. If dang, where's my rag at? There it is. If it looks like we're not catching just a whole ton of fish, I can start cutting some bigger baits. But as of now, I'm gonna be a little bit stingy with it. So get that thing over there underneath that tree. So just to give you guys a heads up on these rods, it's pretty much every rod on the market does it. When you first cast them a few times, especially with a heavy weight, you're going to hear a little bit of cracking. I don't know if this mic will pick it up, but that is, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's just kind of like the clear coat on the rod. Just cracking a little bit when you throw it out. Since the rod flexes, just a pain of the clear coat. So nothing to be concerned about. Every rod does it. The first actual catfish rod that I got was actually a Mad Cat's rod, and it cracked like crazy when I threw it out. I thought I broke it the first time I casted it out. So wanted to get that a little bit further back there, but that'll do. I didn't exactly anchor where I wanted to with this spot, but we're pretty close, so I can about cast back there to it. The good thing about this spot right here is we're kind of sitting on a drop off a little bit out here. So, sorry, let me get this shad hooked on here. So we kind of are sitting in a drop off back there. I think it's just kind of washed out. A lot of log jams, you'll have that. It'll wash out in front or behind it. And just makes it a little bit deeper. Not quite gonna make it back there, guys. That'll be all right. That will be all right. Hopefully we'll snag a flathead or something cruising down this bank. That would be pretty sweet. A lot of people swear by live bait for flatheads, but I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I've caught very few flatheads on live bait. I don't know if it's just me or what. Pretty much every flathead I've ever caught has come off a piece of cut bait. So, dang, this piece is so small, I don't know how to hook this thing. Yeah, that'll work. And the more I talk to people, honestly, the more I hear people saying that they catch a lot of flatheads off cut bait, especially earlier in the year when they're not biting that well. Maybe it's just because they don't want to chase that bait, exert that much energy into it, but who knows. All right, guys, we got our first fish. Never fails when you're eating, a fish will bite. It's not a very big one though. I'm not even gonna get the net for this guy. There we go. Got him in. Look at that. It's a Battle Catch rig. Look all the way through the bottom of this guy's mouth. There we go. Hook came right out, guys. Little guy, not too big. He might be maybe 6 pounds, something like that. 5-6 pounds probably. But hey, first fish of the day, and caught one in the first spot, so that's always good. But healthy looking fish, got a big old belly on him. So get this guy back in the water. There he goes. Sorry I didn't get the full hookup on that thing, guys. I know the other camera got it, but I ain't gonna lie, I was stuffing my face with some crackers, so I had to throw the phone down, throw my crackers down on a cutting board. Look at that. That's dedication right there. That's dedication. That fish came out of the middle of the river, which is kind of weird. Normally most of your fish will come off the bank, but who knows what they're going to do. Get another piece of bait cut and get this rod back out there. Hopefully we'll have another fish on here soon for you guys. Got another fish on, guys. Oh, might have came off. Oh my gosh, this, I don't know what this is. It might be a striper. Oh yeah, I think it's a striper, guys. Oh yes, it's a good striper, guys. Oh yeah. Ooh, look at that guy go. He is running. Oh my goodness. Pulling drag out, guys. He is barely hooked too. Barely hooked. See if I can net him. There we go, guys. Oh, get him in a boat. Whew, there we go. Oh my gosh, I didn't know what I had on there for a second. That thing took off. Oh yeah. Look at that. Battle Catch rig strikes again. He was hooked better than I thought he was. It's just, these things are, there we go. There we go. Get this net put back up. Look at that striper, guys. Not a bad one. He's not huge, but I don't catch a lot of stripers, so it's always cool to come up here and catch one like that. And I don't know if you guys can see, but we're sitting here at our new spot at a log jam, a little bit further up the river. We're actually up in the river now. But yeah, guys, beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. These fish are just awesome. I really want to start targeting these guys on a few trips, just to kind of change things up a little bit, but I've never done it, so I don't know what to do, what rigs to use or anything like that. I'm going to try and hold on to this guy here for a little bit. I'm sure I'll wore him out. Whenever he's ready to go, he'll go. I think, maybe. Come on, buddy. There he goes. He was ready to go with that one. Well, that was some excitement right there, guys. That don't catch a whole lot of stripers, so it's always fun to catch one of them. I don't know if you guys got to see it on video or not. I know it was kind of late when I started it, but you see how different that fish fought compared to a catfish? It's completely different. They're a lot more aggressive. A lot more aggressive fish than a catfish is, and they can swim a lot faster, so they're fun to catch. But that's 2 fish on the day so far. So, and they both came off the Battle Cats rig, which is crazy. But yeah, I got most of my rods over here on this side of the boat right now. That way I'm leaving plenty of room for people to get by over here, because I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is narrow up through here. I mean, this part of the river right here is very narrow, so you got to kind of be careful where you cast at. Make sure you give people room. But hopefully we'll get a catfish in the boat here in a second. We'll see. But this is our second spot of the day. So I'm gonna get this rebaited, get this rod back out, and we'll give it another few minutes. Oh man, what do we got here, guys? Definitely a better fish than that last one, that's for sure. Go ahead and get the net over here. I was about to retie a rod and this thing just smacked this. Look, I got another one about to go down. Look, there it goes. No. Almost got it. I'm trying to keep this guy out of the anchor rope. I think he's up above it. Oh man, this guy's putting up a fight, guys. I'm trying to keep him out of the anchor rope. We got a ton of current right here. So it's gonna be a pain to get this guy in the net. Come on. There we go. Woo. Oh, that was way more difficult than what it should have been. Way more difficult. Whew. All right. That is one thing about fishing up in the river, guys. There's a ton of current up here, and it's a pain to net these fish sometimes. Oh man, got me all worked up here. He was hooked perfect though. Look at that, guys. Good fish. I don't think he'll bust 20, but I'd say he's every bit of an 18 or a 19 probably. Pretty well. We'll say 17 or 18. But these size fish up here, when you're in this current, man, they are so fun to catch. And current is ripping down through here right now. But there you go, guys. This is fish number 3 in the boat. So honestly was That's better than I thought it was going to be. Look, there he goes. Straight back down. Really didn't know what the river was going to produce today. It's still kind of early. The water temp hasn't got really up enough to be really focusing up here, but I just like fishing up here. So, got him. If I can get him out of the logs right there. Oh yeah, he's out. He's out, swimming straight to the boat. Same rod, guys. Same rod. Feels like another decent fish, guys. Not really. Just in that current. Just in that current, guys. Well, not a bad fish. Not a bad fish at all. Scoop it up, just like that. That wasn't that bad. There we go. Another fish in the boat, guys. That's another decent fish. Another decent fish right here. I think this guy's a little bit smaller than that last one. Definitely still a teener. A teener. He was hooked good. Don't you bite me. I'm being nice to you. Don't bite me. Oh, yep, he's trying to bite me. Here it is, guys. Very pretty fish. Very pretty fish. This is a dark fish. See how much darker this fish is compared to that last one? You guys might not be able to tell on the camera, but it is. So, I don't know. Alright, guys, let's get this one back in the water. And, I'm still trying to tie these rods. I hadn't had a chance to tie them yet. So this guy is for sure good to go. Look at him. There he goes. As you can see, that's all the bait I got right there, and there's not a whole bunch of big ones, so we should have enough to get through tomorrow. I'm gonna get this rod back out, guys, and hopefully I can get these other rods tied. Actually, you know what? I take that back. It wouldn't make me mad at all if I got interrupted catching fish. So that would mean we'd be catching a lot of fish. Not a bad fish. Not a bad fish at all. If I can grab the net. It seems like every time I catch a fish, the net is on the wrong side of the boat or what I need it to be. Alright, guys, let's see if I can get this thing netted here. Without losing my net, preferably. Oh. That's a lot of work right there. I was not prepared for that one, guys. That is for sure. That's not a bad fish. Not a bad fish at all. I backlashed this reel right here when I threw it out because I was trying not to hit these trees. And I was messing with it. And I look over and this rod's just doubled over. But hey, I'm not going to sit here and complain about that. It's been kind of a slow day. I think this is only the third fish we've caught. Something like that. But I figured I'd come up here in the river and try it for a little bit before I went home, just to see what happens. So here we are. The wind's kind of blowing us around a little bit, but all right. Had to take a little breather after catching that guy. Oh, there you go, guys. Another good fish. Not huge, but fun size to catch. Look how beat up this guy is. He's got scars on both sides of him. I mean, I'll tell you what, these fish get beat up here in the river. It's kind of crazy, some of the ones you see, especially after spawn. They'll be scratched up, chunks taken out of them. But I don't think this guy is spawned yet, or girl, I don't know. I think this guy's just beat up, so it would be kind of early for a spawn right now. We're just in April, so there he goes. I'll tie a leader for you guys. I'm just going to tie a Santee rig leader. Normally, I don't want to say normally I wouldn't use one up here in the river, but I'd use them a lot. But I'd kind of like to switch it up and just do a normal Carolina rig sometimes. But I'm planning on pulling boards tomorrow, so I'm just going to go ahead and do a Santee rig. So when you break off, guys, always check your line to see if it's frayed in any way for whatever it was caught on. I've already cut the bad spot off of this one, so we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, guys, this is super simple. So again, this is going to be a Santee rig, pretty much a Santee rig. I'm going to take your leader, and I always pull off too much, but I normally pull off about 3 foot, 3.5 foot. When I tie my own rigs, I don't use a really long leader line, because a lot of times I'll use a Carolina rig to fish in shallow water too. So I like having that versatility, I guess, in my leaders here. Alright, guys. So, sorry, I got fishing line in my mouth. If you can, oh my goodness. That same rod just got hit again, guys. That same exact rod got hit again. Right, I'm gonna try and hurry up with this. Maybe we'll get it tied. Set this off to the side because I want to get out a rattle. Where are my rattles at? Where are my rattles? There they are. This is going to be the Rattle Rocket from Battle Cats. So there is a pre-tied rig with these already tied on there. I honestly don't know why I'm not tying one of those on. I've got 3 or 4 of them in there, but I'm just trying to save them, you know. Alright, so first things first, find your hooks. I got all kinds of hooks in here. All kinds of hooks. There we go. There's those hooks I've been talking about, the Hooker's Terminal Tackle. These are the Reaper hooks, 10-aught Reaper hooks. And I'm really liking them, guys. I mean, I would say this is probably one of the best 10-aught hooks I've used as far as just hooks. I really like them. So I was having a lot of issues with hooks. I like running a big hook in most lakes, and really liking these. One thing I do like about these hooks is, if you can see the shank of that hook, has got the bend in it. I don't like a straight shank hook. I like one that's got that bend. I feel like it holds a snell a little bit better. So as you can see, I'm making my snell knot. Run your line through the front of the hook, put your thumb on it and hold it. And I'll normally wrap mine 9 times. It's a little bit overkill. I think you could probably do 7. It's not gonna hurt it, but take your main line and you're going to start wrapping around your hook. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep your loops really tightly together. I don't know if you guys can see that, but stack your loops really tight on your hook. And then you're going to take your main line and you're going to run through the back of the hook, back out the front. And there is your snell knot. One way to tie a snell knot. There's all different kinds of ways to tie them, but that's the easiest way, I think. And always make sure your line on a circle hook is coming out from the top of the hook, the front side of the hook. That way, when you're pulling, when this hook sets, that line will pull back on that hook, and it makes it kind of want to dig in that fish's mouth. And I feel like it helps your hookups. And there's a bunch of stuff online saying that that is the best way to do it, to get the best hookup possible. So, alright guys, we got our hook on there. Uh-oh, what's going on here? This tackle box, this box right here is packed. That's all my Battle Cat rigs in there. Thought I heard a bite. Nope. Alright, so we've got our hook tied. Now I'm going to take our float, thread it on there, and I'm probably going to run a bead on top of this float, just to kind of give that rattle something to ride on. It's already going to be riding on the peg, but I feel like that'll help it a little bit. Now what I'll do is I'll grab my pegs. So I just use this is just a normal 3-inch peg float, guys. And it helps me just to kind of lightly get them started. Like so. And then you just kind of move your float wherever you need it. I used to put my float really close to my hook, but now I'm finding you want about 3.5, 4 inches of space right here. And that's just because it gives the fish room to get the hook in its mouth, and it won't bite the bobber. I was having an issue where I wasn't getting really good hookups, and I feel like the fish were coming up and just grabbing the bobber, and it was causing the hook. Gosh, guys, we got a monster, guys. Oh, I don't think it's a monster. This drag was just loose. Oh no, we'll see, guys. Nah, from the way it's fighting, I don't think it's as big as I thought it was. I think it's still probably a good fish, though. Hadn't came up yet. Walk this thing up over here to the front. Nah, it's not. Fighting like a good fish. I think it's right about the size of those others, guys. It hit like a freaking freight train, though. All right. Get this guy in here. There we go, guys. New spot. Probably sat here, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. Already got fish in the boat. So, this is actually on that rig that I just tied. It's pretty neat. There we go. Woo. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. This guy right here has got some sharp old teeth on him. Another teener. Here, let me try and get some better light for you guys. The sun's setting. There you go. Another little teener on there. Nothing too crazy. But still fun to catch. Get this guy back in the water. Yeah, guys, so this is probably gonna be our last spot up in the river for this evening, because I gotta run back to the truck and get my sleeping bag and stuff. And I'm probably not gonna come back up here this evening. I'm probably just gonna fish the upper end of the lake, probably some shallow flats and stuff. And I gotta make dinner, so I don't want to run all the way back up here and have to do all that. Plus the bugs are kind of bad up here, and I don't really want to deal with that. It's supposed to get pretty chilly tonight. I think it's supposed to get down into like the low 40s. So I'm kind of concerned I didn't bring enough clothes or a heavy enough sleeping bag for tonight, but we will see. I did bring an extra blanket, so I think I'll be all right. But we're probably going to sit here for about another 30 minutes, and we're probably going to head back down the lake. That way I can go ahead and grab everything before it gets too dark, and hopefully get anchored up and start on dinner before it gets completely dark. That would be nice. But I'm going to get this rod back out here, and hopefully we'll get on another fish. Alright guys, it is it's dinner time. A little bit later than I wanted to cook, but it'll be alright. Actually, I do not need that yet. I don't know why I turned that on. So, went and got all my stuff from the truck a minute ago. Stopped by and washed my hands and stuff at the truck. And I actually had a guy come down when I pulled the boat in. He came up to me. He said, "Hey man, you want some shad?" I said, "Yeah man, I'll take whatever you got." This guy literally gave me probably 20 shad. And I mean, they are absolute monsters. So bait is no longer an issue. I mean, I'm talking, we got some absolute mondo shad. So that's not going to be an issue for us now. I'm going to go ahead and get dinner started. I hope you guys can kind of see the sun's going down. I was kind of worried about light once the sun went down. But I wiped the back deck off as best I could. So I know it's probably not going to be the most sanitary dinner. However, could always be a lot worse. So, alright, so tonight we are going to be having chicken quesadillas. It's almost like a Taco Bell chicken quesadilla. I've got their chipotle sauce, and I've also got the taco seasoning. I got taco cheese. Only thing weird about this is the fact that we are using just pre-cooked chicken. So it's just the chicken that comes in a can. I'm not a gigantic fan of it. However, it doesn't taste bad once you get the seasoning and everything in there. So that's what we're doing for dinner. Should be quick and easy. I don't really have to cook anything. It's literally just throwing it all in a tortilla and warming it up. So, alright guys, so I'll show you the extent of this recipe. I'm sure there's probably something online that shows you how to do it, but I just kind of made this up on my own. So honestly, the only thing I don't like about this chicken is the fact that literally it smells, I don't want to say it smells like wet dog food, but it pretty much does. So that's what kind of sucks about it. I'll turn the white light on for you guys. If the bugs get bad, we'll have to turn it off. I'm not trying to have bug quesadillas. So, but yeah, so drain the chicken, and I go in and I break it up. I just don't like having the chunks. I'd rather have it all broke up. Chop it all up. It's real easy to break up. I brought a knife in case I need it, but you really don't. I'm kind of trying to watch the rods too, because I got all the rods out right now also. Alright, that's good enough. So now we are going to take our taco seasoning right here. It's just regular taco mix. Already spilling it. Crack it open, and don't use the whole thing unless you really like taco seasoning. I think I normally put about 2.5, 3 tablespoons in here. Best thing to do is put some in there, mix it up, see how it looks. If it looks like you want more seasoning, add more. That is definitely going to need some more. Normally I actually use, Chelsea makes a homemade taco seasoning, and it is way better than the store-bought stuff. But we were out of it, and I didn't even want to think about trying to ask her to make it the day before. So I just bought the store-bought stuff. It'll be alright. A little bit more. Sorry, I like a lot of seasoning. That should be it. Actually, it might have been too much. Kind of hard to get it mixed up in here, but that'll work. Alright guys, so I'll show you kind of how you assemble this right here. So, got our chicken right there. We've already used our seasoning. We got our tortilla in there. We got our chipotle seasoning there, and then we've got our taco cheese here. So open that up. I brought a spatula just in case. You really don't need one, but we got one. So I'll kind of show you how you build this real quick like. I'm gonna go ahead and light this. Don't make too much fun of my stove here, guys. So this is literally, we just leave this in the boat to cook on. So, alright, so you take your chicken, lay it out on there, kind of spread it out. I don't put a ton of chicken on mine. I just kind of take 2 or 3 scoops to spread it out. I've got fairly big tortillas here, so be a little bit more difficult. Take your chipotle sauce, layer it in there, as little or as much as you want. And then you're going to take your cheese and sprinkle that in there. Pretty sure this thing's already starting to brown on me. Getting there. It's getting there. Alright. So we got that, and basically it's all put together. You just brown all the edges and you're good to go. Ooh, I knew it. The bug in there. But yeah, you just brown everything up and throw it on a plate, which I forgot, and you're good. So I gotta find something to put these on, to be honest. But yeah, quick and easy, and they're surprisingly good. So don't hate till you try it. And it's super easy to make, whether you're camping or out here on a boat or something like that. But yeah, so that's how you make them. I'm gonna jump off here and get the rest of these made and try and find me something to sit that on. Hey guys, what's going on? Sorry I didn't record much last night. Honestly, I fished one spot, the spot that I made dinner in, and I went to bed. So there wasn't a whole lot to record. We never caught a fish, never even got a bite in that spot. So I think I'm gonna switch it up a little bit today. I think we're gonna pull boards for most of the day, depending on how our batteries go. I hadn't even checked the voltage on our starting battery. I ran our light all night, so I need to check that. But yeah, it is a beautiful morning. It is pretty cold out here right now, but the high today is gonna be 75, so it is gonna warm up. We are gonna have a little bit more wind today. I think it's probably just gonna be about like yesterday. Shouldn't be a big issue with us pulling boards, so hopefully we won't have any issues with that. But yeah, boat did great through the night. All the rods are still here. I was almost thinking I was gonna wake up and wouldn't have any rods in the boat, but there's two geese over there. You guys probably can't see it, but there's two geese swimming across over there. But yeah, I just pulled in, anchored up in this little cove. It's kind of protected from the wind and stuff back in here. I had this point coming out and kind of blocking the wind. I didn't really want to anchor on the main lake just in case it got real windy or something like that, and anchors held all night, didn't have any issues. So I figured I would kind of show you guys my little sleeping arrangement that I had going. I did put the back curtains on the enclosure. I didn't put the center door in. If I would have brought it, I would have put it in, but I forgot. So, but yeah, so there's my little sleeping arrangement that I had. It's not definitely not like my bed at home, but it wasn't bad. I slept pretty good. I woke up a few times. I never got cold, so I got the heater running right now, but I didn't use it all night. I just turned it on to kind of melt some of this frost off of the windshield and stuff, so I can see, because this whole thing was completely frosted over this morning. But yeah, so it didn't sleep bad at all. It's just got a I've got a little air cushion down here, or air mattress, just a single air mattress, my sleeping bag, and then I brought this extra blanket. And I'm glad I did, because about 1 o'clock, I put that on there and I was pretty toasty. So I slept, like I said, I slept pretty decent all night. And I blocked off underneath the front windshield. And I got my big battery bank charging my phone right now, and it charged my batteries last night. So we should be good to go today, guys. I'm going to make some breakfast really quick and stand in front of this heater to try and stay warm. And we're probably going to head out of here and start pulling some planter boards, guys. We got plenty of bait from that guy at the ramp last night, and I also had bait from that I caught also. We probably got way too much bait. However, if I have some left over, I'll take it home and vacuum seal it and freeze it, and I'll use it at Blues. Most of the time all the bait that I freeze, I'll use at Blues Lake, because 99% of the time I can come here and catch bait or anywhere else I go. But yeah, so I'm gonna get the pots and pans out and such, and get this sleeping area cleaned up, and get these GoPros mounted, and I'll go ahead and start breakfast. What is going on, guys? Sorry I hadn't updated you guys, but honestly I hadn't caught any fish. But I just changed it up. Literally, I hadn't even got all the rods out right here. We already have a fish coming into the boat right here. It's not a very big fish, but hey, it's a fish, guys. I ain't gonna sit here and complain about it. So we're pulling boards, and guys, I wasn't getting any bites at all, guys. Here, let me Let me turn off this music before I get a copyright infringement. There we go. But yeah, I mean, literally, guys, I tried everything, guys. I tried about as shallow as I can pull boards, and went a little bit deeper. Just wasn't marking any fish really, and I got one bite, I'm wanting to say, and I figured, hey, let's go try something new. So I'm up in here in some super shallow water. We're actually fishing in about 4 foot of water right now. And I was kind of thinking that with the weather being so warm today, that these fish would move deep or move shallow, since, you know, this water is warming up. And it is looking like that might be the case. Just a little guy, but first fish of the day, I'll take it. He actually's got mud on him too, but he's up here in the shallow water, so is what it is on that. But first fish of the day. Hopefully there's many more to come. And I actually changed my bait. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but I was using that bait that guy gave me yesterday. And I was like, well, I know sometimes people say that they're picky about what shad they'll eat here. Like if you bring shad from another lake or something like that, or another river, that a lot of times these fish won't hit it. So I don't know if that's the case, but I've heard it. So I figured I'd try the bait that I caught yesterday, and we'll see what happens with that. It is pretty windy today, guys, so we are dealing with that. But we're sitting pretty still right here. I've got the poles down, I've got the Raptors down back here in the back, and I've got an anchor out the front. We are dragging the front anchor a little bit, so that is something I'm gonna have to keep an eye on, because the last thing I want to do is break these poles back here. That would be a very expensive mistake. So currently going on, I think 1 o'clock. So maybe not. Actually, I don't know. I think the last time I looked, it was like 11:30, 12 o'clock. So somewhere around in there. We're around lunchtime, so we don't have a whole lot of time left to fish. Probably planning, I'd like to be out here by 5 o'clock so I can go home and get this boat cleaned up a little bit, relax a little bit this evening before I got to go to work tomorrow. But yeah, guys, hopefully we're up here in some fish. I really hope we are, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a shallow water fisherman. I do not like fishing deep water at all. So I'll do it, but I'd rather be in the shallow water. Just enjoy it more too. So we'll see what happens, guys. I'm gonna get this other camera set up that we can get this view going, and hopefully we'll have another fish on here soon. Well, guys, unfortunately, I think that's gonna be it for the day. From the last spot, I made a run way upriver just to honestly check things out up here, and never got a bite. So I wasn't really expecting much up here. Like I said, it's still early in the year for the fish to even be up here, let alone being this far up the river. But yeah, so it's been a great 2 days of fishing. First day was a lot better than the second, but hey, we put fish in a boat both days, and honestly couldn't ask for anything better than that. So I actually talked to a guy a little bit lower down the river when I came by him. He said he hadn't caught a fish all day. So it seems like it was kind of a tough day, at least for the bite, that is. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna get these rods cleaned up. I've got a ton of stuff to get cleaned up in the boat. It's going on 6 o'clock right now, and I've probably got at least a 30-minute, 45-minute run back to the boat ramp. So like I said, guys, I'm gonna get these rods cleaned up and get this boat cleaned up and start heading in. I appreciate every one of you guys watching. Seriously, it means the world to me. It's actually, today's Monday. We actually had a video come out Sunday, yesterday, and it's doing great, guys. I think it's already got almost 100 views on it. But honestly, I think it was one of my better videos so far. So, but yeah, I appreciate all you guys commenting, all the likes, even all the views, guys. It really helps us out. So, wind's blowing. Let me get down here. But if you guys have any video suggestions or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment or let us know. And I'll try and get them done for you guys. I got some ideas for some really cool videos coming up. Maybe we thought about doing some like catch and cooks and stuff like that. Maybe doing a few camping trips and videoing those. I really want to take our big camper out here pretty soon. So hadn't took it out in a while, and I'm kind of itching to get it out. But yeah, probably gonna do some catch and cooks further on down the line. And I got some pretty interesting video ideas. It's been done by a few people before, but I've always wanted to try it just for myself as far as catfishing goes. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is yet, but you'll see it here soon, hopefully. But yeah, guys, that's enough of me talking. I'm going to jump off here, and I will see you guys in the next one.